Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, the things we didn't get to during the course of the show today. And forgive me if I yawn. I stayed awake last night to watch the presidential address to Congress because I was just fascinated with, like, how's this going to play out? And I kind of played out like I thought it was going to play out. But I kept finding myself, like, I would doze off for a minute because I'm still jet lagged. I'm getting up more normal time now. I'm not getting up at 1 in the morning anymore. But I find myself in the afternoon, I just hit a wall. And so last night, I'm like determined. I want to see this speech. And I'm like, I know it's not going to be a short one. It was like 90 minutes. So I was way past my bedtime. But I was going in and out. So I'm a smidge tired. But while I'm watching that speech, my wife is giving me a play-by-play on where our suitcase is. They didn't get our luggage home with us from Kilimanjaro and Tanzania in Africa, so it had to come later. And like 3 days later, it finally shows up back here. I have to make some calls. It's coming here. But they did have a really good app for tracking your bag that they sent, which I thought was really great. So she could see not just notices of where the bag is or when it's coming. She could literally see, just like when you're in an Uber and you watch your Uber car like ride, same thing with the bag.
Oh, that's cool.
It was really cool. Like, yeah, so we actually, it's funny because my boss lives up the street from me in a different subdivision, better one. And so, like, he lives up there, and she's sitting there giving me play-by-play, and she's like, Oh, I think they're probably at Scott's house dropping off his bag right now.
Creepy.
And sure enough, they was. And then she's like, "Oh, here they come now." It was just a crazy bit of technology because so she follows it. She's like, "Oh, it's in our subdivision. Oh, it's in our street. Oh, it's in our cul-de-sac." And then all of a sudden, she's like, "I hear a door." It was so creepy. She's like, "I hear the door." And then all of a sudden, my Ring doorbell goes off. And then she's like, "Oh, it's a lady." And so she just stalked this poor person all the way in. And the lady was so nice, like, but there was like not much exchange. It's kind of rainy and stuff. And so, like, if you're that person that's dropping off bags, I'm sure some people give you an earful. Finally, thanks, way to go, American Airlines or whatever. But I was just so grateful. I'm like, "Oh man, thank you so much. I hope you stay dry tonight." And I'm sure she's used to getting yelled at a little bit, but she was like putting the bags up and almost like leaving as it was leaving her hands. I'm like, "It's okay. I'm not gonna yell. You're fine." So that was a nice win, not a big win, a nice win, because it really wasn't that big of a deal, except for getting my medicine. Kind
of a big deal.
I haven't had heart medicine in gout medicine. I hate that I have gout medicine. That sounds like such an old man thing. But
My dad has it.
I haven't had it in 5 days, and I've felt great. I haven't had the lightheadedness where like I almost pass out. Like I've been doing pretty good, and so I was kind of like, maybe I'm not gonna take my medicine. And then my wife, I guess, posted about the bags getting there, and instantly my daughter, who worries about health issues like crazy. And specifically about me, she was like, "Hey, heard you got your bags. Go take your pills now."
Oh,
like,
what a sweetheart.
I know, right?
That's
I'm like,
caring.
She loves me. When my wife reminds me to take my pills, I'm like, she loves me.
I don't understand why you need to constantly question this.
I need validation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a sponge.
Yeah, I do. I need that. I need to know because I don't get to see my kid that much. You know. Like
well, neither does Marty,
that.
but does she question it?
No, because they have little. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't genuinely question it, but like I just sometimes like my interactions with Haley are different than Marty's. Ours are like usually funnier, you know, and Marty will drill down into the serious life stuff with her, and I do when she needs that, but typically ours are like sending each other like really dark TikToks and stuff, and so like we don't always, you know, hang out in that like serious space, you know? And so when we do, I love it. You know, I love kind of getting to spend that time with her. I cherish the time with her now that maybe I took for granted with her when she was little because I get to see her less. I've been writing.
Change anything about it?
No, I can't. There's nothing I can do.
I mean, like, but when your grandkids come, are you going to change something about it?
Grandpa Wally.
Oh, yeah. I would hope that they would move closer
That's it? That's all? That's the only... So they have to make a change.
Yeah,
not
I don't
you.
want to move. I can't move. I got a
I'm
job.
not saying you got to move. I'm saying like you said you look back and you wish you had spent more time or something with her.
Oh, yeah.
So you could change that with
Sure.
your grandkids.
Yeah, but then she's going to be upset. Oh, great, you do this with my grandkids, but you weren't there for me, you horrible father. See, there it is. No, ouch.
Would you have changed working as much as you did back then?
If I could go back and redo it, I probably I don't know that I would. Just being honest, I don't know that I would. I know that I probably should, but I was always driven, and I know how I was wired, how I was brought up, how I was, trained in my job to do, and so I probably would replicate the same thing. Because we have a great relationship. It's not a bad one at all.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if I could go back, I probably would like to have worked a little less coming up. Because I never looked at it like it was taking the place of my family. I always told my family, I said, look, you guys are the most important thing in my life, but there are times when there are other things that are going to be in front of you just because of scheduling or because of life and because it has to happen. Doesn't mean that you're less valuable. It just means for this moment, this thing is ahead of you. Because you can't always put your family
She's
first.
like, but Daddy, it's the daddy-daughter dance.
Right, yeah.
Well, too bad.
I'll be there. I was at every play she ever did. I went to all of them. I think I missed one because I was out of the country. And so I was there. I would do lunches with her here and there and stuff. And so I was there. But there were times that people would say, "Wow, you're putting your work first." But I think you have to sometimes, And it helps when your family understands that, because you're like, hey, you're having a decent life here.
And the cats in the
cradle and the silver spoon. I know.
Little boy blue
So
and the
good.
man in the moon.
I've been
when you're coming home, son,
I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad.
You
know we'll have a good time then. Gavin does not know that song.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
It's a classic.
cats
In the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. That's a tearjerker. I've been.
It's like the first butterfly kisses.
Yeah. It's about
a little more aggressive, though.
The way you guys were singing it does not sound
it's a little more
tear-jerky.
aggressive.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like you're
the
looking.
cats in the cradle. Like what
Well,
do you...
no, butterfly
It's
kisses
folksy.
is more like we're here right now, and I'm appreciating what's
Yeah.
here in the now.
Okay.
But cats in the cradle is like looking back and seeing where you could have done better.
Yeah.
And like you're wanting to spend, your son is wanting to spend time with you, but you're like, I'm busy, son,
Yeah.
I can't. But then as your son grows up, you want to spend time with him, and he's like,
Sorry, Dad.
Dad.
I got other things planned, and I got
Okay.
things. You
And the
understand.
cats in the cradle and the silver spoon.
It sounds like you guys are singing like a Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's like Ethel Merman, So it's funny because I've been. I got choked up during the show. I don't think you guys saw me. I was.
We did.
Oh, we saw it.
Did you
Yeah.
off air?
What during one of the... You had mentioned Gabe during one of the songs.
Oh yeah. That got me.
When else
that
did you
got
cry?
Me. No,
When you didn't realize the card trick that you were showing us?
Oh, I know. That Betty figured out a card trick that I couldn't figure out.
So ridiculous.
No, I've been writing notes down for my speech for my daughter's wedding, and there was a moment where I got choked up. Oh, that's a good line. It's a really good line. I like to write. I don't write a lot like for the show stuff. I'll do posts when it matters to me, like when there's something big enough that I want to write about. But like this one here, I love a turn of phrase and things like that. And I think I'm going in a good direction for this because she's like, it better be good. She's kidding, but not really. Lady Rock, what do you got, girl?
Oh, okay. Hold on just a second. Dragging something over. Okay.
Dragging the show down.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Bad morning habits.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you find yourself in the morning already starting off on the wrong foot, it could be because you're doing one of these bad habits and you need to stop. So I pulled 4 of them, and I want to see if any of us are guilty of them. The first one, immediately reaching for your phone.
I mean...
It's a bad habit. It's full of stressful things.
It's an alarm, though.
Well,
I
I don't think
do-
that counts. I think they mean like
Yeah, you
scrolling.
can turn it off and
I
then
do
you just-
scroll. I do. That's one of the first things I do to sort of wake up.
When I get up, my alarm goes off and I smash it. I quit my job in my head, and then I get up and I go and I set it down on my this is where I'm kind of a prima donna because my morning routine is
is this about the hot water?
Yeah, and I turn the hot water on. I let it be really hot so my hands aren't. I don't like washing my hands anyway, and so like I want the water to be hot. And so then when I do that, but then when I spend a little bit more time before I leave in a seated position, I will definitely be scrolling, and I'm on Facebook Marketplace, TikTok, you name it.
Oh my gosh! But does it leave you feeling stressed?
No, not at all. No, it's like for me, I like waking up
it's a
like
little
that.
ketchup in my head.
I'm like, ooh, what possible thing could I not buy on Facebook Marketplace today?
Right.
Because the people won't sell it to me because they're the worst.
See, you're already sounding stressed.
Yeah.
Next one, dwelling on yesterday's problems or mistakes. Don't do this because pretty much it just takes all your days, blends them together, and it just feels like it's never ending. Instead, you need to picture every morning, every day as a new chapter.
A reset, yeah.
So if you think about yesterday's problems,
hard.
You're never going to start the new chapter.
Yeah, it's hard because a lot of times I'll go to bed thinking about like, what I got to do today or what was that day. And then the next morning I wake up and it's like, oh, that's still there. That's still there. I'm going to have to deal with that today.
Is it always work related or is it personal?
99% of the time it's work related.
You show it a lot different than me because I can feel that way at times and it just drags my whole day down. But you still in the morning are like, good morning.
Yeah. I compartmentalize.
Oof,
but I personal life stuff, I don't have a lot of drama in my personal life. I just don't. I don't put up with it. I don't want it around me. And so
you know why
I cut it out.
that is?
Why?
Because you're an Enneagram 2.
Yeah, I don't like the drama. I'm not afraid of it, but I don't like it,
Yeah. In your personal life, you're a 2. In your work life, you're an 8.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Another one, complaining. Don't start complaining early in the morning.
Right out of the gate.
It sets a negative tone.
Yeah.
And it'll stick. Instead, you need to practice gratitude.
That is a very good point. Like if I got up every day, and I have seen this, like there are days when this is one day. One day that will forever stick out in my mind. I am driving to work and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be grateful today. I'm not gonna think about the problems. I'm just gonna be grateful today. So I'm praying and I'm like, God, just thank you for everything. And I thank you for my life and how things are going. Thank you. I'm super grateful right now. And then I literally go, and I know this is a bad idea because something's gonna blow up on me today. Sure enough. Come to work that day, massive blow up. And I'm like, see, that's why I don't, because I know the negative's coming. I know it's going to be there.
That's
and
negative.
I know, right? But I can't seem to get out of that spiral because I know anytime I'm happy, I know sad is right around the corner.
That one was bad, though.
That was bad.
That one was bad.
That was out of the norm bad. But I know that that's the thing, man. Like that's why I hate being happy because I know sad is somewhere lurking. Isn't that weird?
To some degree, but in some instances, I understand it because it's almost thinking like there's a Casey Musgraves song where she's like happy and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't live in the moment and be happy
Right.
because you're ready for the next shoe
100%.
to fall.
Because I always project and I'm always thinking about the next thing.
Right.
And then if I'm in this good space, I don't always fully enjoy it. But then because I'm also in the back of my mind, I'm like going, when you enjoy this, you know how irony works, and sometimes the Lord likes to.
You act like the Lord is out to get you.
I do.
Like if you enjoy something too much, He's like, "Oh, good, okay, then let me take it away." So you have to complain about it to keep Him from taking it away. Ooh,
I will be 100% honest with you. Like there are times when if I'm praying, I try to be super specific where I'll be like, all right, God, I know I'm not in the best place like right now with you and I need to work on this, but don't kill my family. Like, because seriously, because it's like the Lord gives, the Lord takes away, the Lord knows what you need. And also too, it's like, it's like he has this sense of irony where it's like, well, I know what your problem is. If I take this stuff away from you, you will cling to me. And so I'm like, God, let me figure it out on my own. Well, there's no need to get drastic, okay? I know you can do drastic.
Yeah,
you kind of kick butt at drastic, but let's not go to like DEFCON 1 yet. Let me keep working through this. Please be patient with me.
Well,
literally, that's how my brain works.
Even in the Bible, it does say that He is trying to craft us to be more like Him through trials and tribulations.
Right.
And so you're like, but like, can we do that? Not through
with tiny trials.
Totally, yeah,
exactly.
Like I can't I just read this and then do well,
right?
Versus be taught via a lot.
I don't need the life lesson.
Yeah.
Well, what, Rob?
But aren't you being your own? Aren't you being your own worst enemy? Like, aren't you bringing things to pass that maybe wouldn't have been? Because let's say
I don't believe
the
that.
Lord, but the Lord wanted you to enjoy these things. Like you're having a game night, friends come over and all this stuff, but you can't enjoy it because you're thinking about that event for work that you got to do the next day. And so you're fulfilling the prophecy. You're like, he wants you to enjoy it, but you won't allow yourself to enjoy it because you're afraid it's going to get taken away. Like you hear that story about like the kid that holds the broken teddy bear or whatever, and the Lord's trying to offer him a brand new one. He's like,
don't make me cry.
No, I don't want to let go of the broken teddy bear because
I
don't know what's behind you. I don't know that it's a new teddy bear.
Yeah.
Do you feel like
it could be a like cattle prod, and you're going to shock me, you know? So I don't know. It's like a game show. Let me ask you this while we get on this subject. Do you guys believe in manifesting in the sense that when people are like, don't say that, don't put that out there? I don't believe in that one iota.
No, I think that you will see what you pay attention to. So if you're looking if you're wanting to see God throughout your day, you're going to see him.
Right.
But if you're looking for, the next shoe's going to drop, I know something bad's going to happen. Right. It's going to happen because you're looking for it.
You're going to find the bad.
You're going to find what you're looking for.
Yeah, I do believe that.
So if you're manifesting, like you say, I'm going to manifest good things. Well, manifesting is not really the right word. The word is I'm focusing on looking for the good things in my life.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to create something in the universe that happens because you spoke it out loud, positive or negative, you know? Because I've had people, I've said something in jest, like negative, and like about my plane crashing or something when I'm on a trip.
That I don't believe in manifesting, but I still don't like that. Like I don't like when you say that or when anybody like someone says to me, "Have you ever broken a bone?" And I'll say, "Thank you, Jesus," but no, I have not, and I will knock on wood.
Really?
And it's like, why do I do that?
Yeah.
Because there is no logic to it. It's just that I guess I want the Lord to know I'm thankful that I haven't broken a bone, and I don't want to break a bone anytime
You don't
soon.
want him to break your bone. You don't want him to like go, "Hey, let's test this." So I get it. You're just like me.
No, I'm not.
You are. It's so crazy.
No, I'm not. Because
two peas in a pod.
No, here's the thing. Because I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to better myself.
I gave up.
You just are like, nah.
I gave up. Just the way I'm wired. Thank you, Lord. See, I'm grateful for that.
And sometimes I think you like to call out the negative things.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't catch me because I already saw the bad thing coming.
Right.
So
wasn't caught off guard.
Yep.
I got this. I was prepared mentally.
I'm still in control.
That's it. That is what it comes down to, is control for sure. Lady Rock, do you got any birthdays?
I do.
Let's go.
Let's see. The first one is Miss Vaughn wants to wish her daughter Ari.
Okay.
I think that's it. Ari, a happy birthday. She celebrated on the 3rd. Said, I thank God for her. She is so special to me, my beautiful girl from above, and she listens to the station every day.
Nice.
Helps her grow in her faith. Happy birthday.
Yay, happy birthday.
Sky wants to wish herself or himself a happy birthday.
Yeah, that could go either way. We know?
Sky.
Didn't one of our bosses have a kid named Sky? Like Scott?
Maybe, but
Not
I don't.
Scott. Todd.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sky, quick question.
I think it's someone.
He or she wants to know, how old are you, Wally?
How old am I?
Big
I'm
question.
56 this year, and I will be 57 in August.
Yes.
So.
And then Cashel said, I forgot to put my birthday shout out in.
What?
Celebrating today. Happy birthday,
Yay,
Cashel. Loyal potty since Total Access days. Former DJ myself.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations on getting out.
Yeah. Question. If you could be a color, what color would you be?
Black.
Yeah.
Wow, that was way too quick. Why?
Okay, gray.
What? Why? Really?
Because it's my personality. No, I would be fuchsia, I think.
What is fuchsia?
I think it's
Okay,
purple.
we'll come back to you.
Oh, well, okay, fine.
I think I would go with the dark green. Dark green, like a hunter green, like a pine green is my favorite color.
Yeehaw.
Mainly because I think it to me it's calming. It's also natural.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
It's also happy, but contemplative.
But understated. Yeah. Yeah, it's not yellow. Like, hey, everybody.
Yeah, or red. Red just seems too
Angry.
Gavin should be red because he's just a little ginger.
So I would,
a
little ginger
No,
snap.
I would go with I'd go with a warm orange, like something
orange, okay.
something
Ooh, I
that's
like
not too
that.
bright because I'm not too loud,
yeah.
but not red because I'm never too angry. So more just in that
like
middle
that.
ground.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Now, Wally, what would you go with?
I mean,
I
it's
like
great that
black.
you guys can enjoy color. Like, I mean, that's so
Oh,
great.
You and
Stop
your-
it.
But with
I
my
think for
color
you,
blindness,
I would go with like not a navy, but maybe something a little bit lighter than
Strong
that.
blue.
See, now blue is a color
strong
I
Royal?
blue.
I love
but
blue.
not a royal, not
Yeah.
bright
Oh, wow.
blue.
What
That's
is that
too
what that
bright
is?
for you.
What okay, thank you. What color would the blue like of our Wally Show logo be? What color would that
That
be?
just
Is that
feels
navy?
like blue to me.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because the reason the logo is blue is because it's one of the only colors I really see well.
Yeah.
And so I love blue. And I'm like, let's do blue, you know? And so all those years ago, we created a blue logo so I could enjoy it. But yeah, I think I would like blue because I like it. And I think it's pretty, it's deep, it's rich. But it's not sad. I don't see blue as sad. Like a lot of times,
Black and gray is that.
black and gray is sad. My wife's favorite color when we were dating, like you would ask her what her favorite color was, and she'd say gray. And
Why?
she loved gray, loved gray clothes, different shades of gray. And so it's kind of emo, I guess.
Yeah.
Emo Marty. All right. Well, I think we got to do a little flashback thing, and then we got a meeting today. And so that's going to have to do it for our Aftercast. And as always, thanks for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.